The Painful Excellence Podcast.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This is Painful Excellence Podcast. Come on in, smash the like button, like and share the video. We are our own algorithm. I'm going to talk about this. I'm definitely going to talk about this because this is an attack on Black men. This is an attack on our character. There's a lot of mudslinging and name calling. And they're using this Diddy situation to say this is pretty much how Black men behave. You hear names coming up like Bill Cosby, R. Kelly. They name drop Barack Obama. You know, you hear Jay-Z's name flowing around. They're going to use this Diddy situation to bring down every Black man of power that they could think of, from music to Hollywood, presidency, all of that stuff. But that's okay. That is okay. Because you know what? Cassie, you're in trouble. It's a double meaning. You're in trouble. Yeah, she got pissed on, y'all. She got pissed on. She got pissed on. Yeah. Yeah. After R. Kelly and everything else, she got pissed on. And yeah. So I'm going to keep reiterating that Cassie's not a victim. She's a willing participant. Don't feel sorry for her. She on there pregnant with this guy's baby right now, and he had to listen to how she used to freak off and get pissed on and went back for more. And while in a relationship with him, she let Diddy bash her guts in. I'm also going to point out that, you know what he might want to do? He might want to get a paternity test. Okay? Let's do this roll call real quick. Derek Gaines, a legend, my brother. My brother Nada, 86. Wasting no time. He's in that super chat. Much love and appreciation. He says, salute, Drew, and salute to the mighty LDBC, man. Salute to you, good brother. Much love. Oh, shoot. I got to get that PayPal for you. I'm looking right at it, too. Sham it. I'm looking right at it. I don't know how to... I don't know how to... Damn. I don't know how to share my PayPal. I don't know how to share my PayPal. If I figure it out, if y'all can help me out with that, that'd be greatly appreciated. I was supposed to do that earlier, wasn't I? My bad. I'm so sorry. Tay-Tay, good evening. How you doing? Rod Neal, Mr. Shelton, salute. Philip D, building. What's going on? Showtime Majors. Let's talk about it. Cassie's a smut. All right, there. Universal truth, salute. Cassie is a smut. And she's not a victim. And the reason why I say she's in trouble, you're in trouble, it's double meaning. You're in trouble meaning that, you know, those STDs she caught, did she catch hepatitis? Because dudes was peeing on her, right? On some R. Kelly stuff, right? Dudes was peeing on her, right? All right. Shower, salute, queen. So she's getting urinated on. I'm wondering, when her husband, when they said, you may kiss the bride, kissed her, man. He kissed her. Bruh. You know, and I'm on these Instagram threads, and I'm reading how some of these women are saying that she was duped into doing everything that she was doing, and they're bringing up trafficking. Let me tell y'all something, brothers. This term trafficking, I'm gonna tell you right now. If you got it like that, I don't know what financial state you're in, but if y'all got money like that, where y'all just be flying chicks out, I'm gonna encourage you to stop doing that. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. Stop flying these women out. This era have ruined. You should allow it to ruin flying chicks out. All right. If these chicks want to come see you, if they digging you, just tell them, hey man, you digging me? I live in such a city. You hop on an Amtrak, you hop on a plane, and you fly yourself out, and you get your own hotel. You come out and hang with me, but do it off your own pockets. You know why? Y'all can agree to connect, but if she's paying for it, that's not trafficking. You see, they're playing games with this word, man. When you say trafficking, they're trying to pin prostitution on you and dragging chicks across state lines just because you paid for a flight. It's ridiculous. So what you men need to stop doing, if your pockets are deep, is stop doing that. Stop doing that. You should allow women like Cassie and all these Me Too heifers to let this situation goof it up for everybody else. There's women who are getting flown out, and that's what they do for a living. But I must say, I've seen some, but I must say, that is their concern. All of these women getting flown out and then not liking the outcome. He ain't have enough money like I thought, or he didn't want to pay for this, he didn't want to pay for that. And although you got a free vacation out of it, now they running around talking about, oh, he did this and that to me. Because even if he had money, he ain't willing to spend it. He ain't willing to share it on you like you wanted it to. And some of these women are like, yo, they're about to mess it up for all of us that are professional, I don't know what you call it. They're prostitutes. That's what they are. But what they do in their life is they get flown out all over the world. Fly down to Dubai, get banged out by some Saudi dude or some guy in Dubai, or fly out to the UK, get banged out over there, and they're coming back with 6 figures or whatever. These fly-by-night chicks are just about to ruin it. They're about to ruin it for everybody. And I'm telling the men who got deep pockets, let them ruin it. Stop doing it. Let them ruin it, boss. Thank you, Rod. It is too dangerous. It's very dangerous. Now, in Cassie's case, they're trying to throw enough stuff at Diddy, hoping something will stick. They're gonna try and hit him with something. But these hardcore charges, I just feel he's gonna beat them. I just feel he's gonna beat them. They're gonna stick something on him, pun intended. Hit him with something. It's bad business. But Cassie, young lady, you got pissed on, man. You got pissed on. You was a willing participant. You mean to tell me she was under duress for a decade? And by the way, when I say you're in trouble, I really mean that. I really mean that. They played an audio of her threatening somebody over the phone, talking about She'll do something to somebody and they'll turn up missing. They'll end up missing and she won't have to lift a finger. I mean, they played that in the court. This woman is not a victim at all, man. She flew out, well, not flew out, but she rolled with Diddy those 10 years and they were flying in all kinds of adult video dudes and she was getting her lungs beat in. She was getting her lungs beat all the way in. They also have texts of her saying, "Oh, I can't wait to get with you and have that freak off, man." I mean, come on. Come on. She loved it. She loved it. She loved it. This chick was not a victim at all. I'm not hearing that. I'm not having it. I don't buy it. Get out of here. Mansa Musa, my brother, salute. She liked getting urinated on. She liked it when Diddy choked her. She liked it. She liked the rough stuff. Now, when he went upside her head and they got caught on video, you know what I firmly believe? And let me be very clear before the women start coming for me. "Oh my God, you into that? And oh my God, he beat her, he beat her, he beat her." Yeah, he did. You know what? She stayed her ass right there. She could have left at any time. She stayed her ass right there. And see, that's the part why I don't feel sorry for these people to stand in abusive situations. You like that crap. She stayed right there. And I'm going to tell you something else. That's probably the first time it was caught on video. That's not the first time they had a fight to that magnitude. I refuse to believe it. Just like Chris Brown and Rihanna. That was just the first time it was made a big deal of. Because you actually saw the bruises, but that wasn't the first physical altercation they had, man. Cut it out, man. Cut it out. Cut it out. Free world, salute. Dritch, salute. Don't feel sorry for her, especially now. She got 20 million. It's hard for me to feel bad for people that got more bread than me. I tell y'all that all the time. But she was a willing participant in this crap. Just like these low budget chicks that get flown out to Dubai, to Saudi. And y'all hear all of this stuff about them being forced to eat buckets of poop. All of these things were real, man. Where you going, girl? You going to Dubai? What you going out there for? I'm about to see some rich Saudi prince. And they get flown out. And they come back and it's like, wait a minute. You was over there eating pails of camel poop? No, human poop. You confined to that. This is what you wanted to do. Get off the damn plane and they have you sitting in the room. What we gonna do now?
Listen to this right here.
Right in the face. Right in the face. Exactly, Mansa Musa. After you eat a whole pail of crap, what we gonna do now?
Good night.
Nothing. Those dudes don't even smash. Imagine being forced to eat a pail of dung, and then the prince of whoever comes in there and wants to give you back shots. Maybe he wants to see your broke American behind have sex with one of his animals. Ridiculous. I'm trying to warn these chicks. And let's not forget this woman's track record. Now, you know what? Let's not call her a woman. I'm going to call her a garden tool, man. That's what she is. When I learned about everything she was doing, You know what I mean? It's crazy. She probably had people telling her, you don't do it. And she was on some.
Whatever, I do what I want.
Jimmy Boxing says, come on, Drew, you know, in a situation like that, black guy has to be associated with violence. What do you mean? Let me read that again. Come on, Drew, you know, in a situation like that, black guy has to be associated with violence. What are you talking about? Yeah, salute, Queen. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Are you being sarcastic, or am I missing it, or what? Let me know. Just let me know. You know who the victim is in this? Until we figure out what my queen Armanaz said, what she's alleging, which is not far-fetched. The victim in all of this is her husband. If he's not an alleged cuck, he's the one that called her on the phone while she was getting dug out by Diddy. That's her choice. Listen, her body, her choice, right? Jimmy says it's how we're always portrayed. Yeah, I get it. But let me say this. Black women, modern black women today, they don't need our help in the disrespect. They really don't. Just turn on Instagram, turn on TikTok. How many of y'all on Instagram? Mac of the South, salute. Y'all on Instagram for the most part, right? How many times you scroll down before you see some girl with a snatched waist and a big old butt? Then you go to their page. They got over 25,000 followers, and it's twerk video. And then if you scroll deep enough, they have a post called My Heart, and they're standing there with their child. Be a male, be a female, but what it is it's a goddamn sin and a shame. It's a sin and a shame. And that's what I wanted to get to, Rod. They're trying to make it seem like this man, this white man, by the way, it's non-black, because I don't know his ethnicity. He could be Latino for all I know. But they're trying to make this man, this non-black, be some sort of hero for overlooking her past. We just gone through, what, about 5 years, before Kevin Samuels died. We went through years of these women talking about, my past don't matter, my past don't matter, my past don't matter. Let me ask you this question. Let me ask the good brother Jimmy Boxing. I don't know if you're married or not. That's irrelevant. Just imagine yourself single. And imagine this is you. Your wife has a little bit of a past. She was in the industry. So you're going to assume, she was with Diddy. You know that much. Acondo, my brother, salute. Jay Nelson, salute. So you know that much. She's been with Diddy. But she's an industry chick. So there's a possibility she's been with other people. But then this happens. And you end up in court. And then you got to hear everything. Derek Gaines, salute. Then you got to hear all of this shit. Does this change your relationship? Or are you going to allow her to, hit you in the head with the vows? Talk about till death do us part. What would Jesus do? All of that stuff, to shame you. If you leave, you're a sucker. If you leave, you're sassy. If you leave, you hate black women. If you leave, you're gay. You feel me? Never mind the fact that she cheated on him first. Now, I could say that, right? There's some women listening right now that'll say, well, you don't know that. No, we're going off of where the facts are leading us. Because Cassie, she hasn't said, oh, well, he cheated first, so I did what I did. No. We just learned when her husband called her on the phone, looking for her or whatever, Diddy was smashing her. You understand? That happened. See? That's all I'm talking about. He got swindled. Now I'm going to say this. If he married her because it was Cassie and because she was $20 million up, then he's a sucker for that. He's a sucker for that. And this is what he deserves. You ain't no better than I was when I was 18 years old dating a 42-year-old woman just because she bought me some Tim boots. She just wanted me to smash her ribs. Eric Jordan, salute. I'll save that for the Patreon. I went on a run where I was dating older chicks. You know, buying me Timbs, buying me, cross colors and all that old gear. Yup. I was a kid. I was a college student. I ain't know no better. Well, I knew better. I just wanted to do that. It was what it was. It's a working relationship. So, I want some beef and broccolis. All right, cool. There it is. But when you're an adult, you know better. You're talking about, I wasn't trying to walk the aisle with none of them women. He walked the aisle with this chick. But there's no way in hell. There's no way in hell he knew that this chick was getting urinated on. Did she tell him that she made death threats that they played in court? Did she tell him, yo, man, there was one time where I death threatened this dude over, I don't even know what it was about. All I heard was that it was a death threat. Did she tell her husband to be that? There's things you need to know about me before we walk this aisle. You know, I was with Diddy. Yeah, but let me tell you something. This is what I used to do. And let me tell you, some people will say, your spouse don't need to, or spouse-to-be don't need to know everything about your past. I beg to differ. You know why? Here's why. Those freak-offs, I understand not only was with Diddy, but he was flying in corn stars. Did you hear that? So you don't know who she was banging on. Some of those brothers that be in those films, I'm just saying, they in those films for a reason, are they not? Okay. And if you ain't holding abnormally, because those dudes be holding abnormal, pause, but it is what it is. They do this for a living for a reason, do they not? They have an attribute that wants to be seen on video. Now, this white guy, whoever he is, I don't even know his name. What I'm saying is, those freak-offs with her being with multiple dudes and Diddy, and on top of, Diddy banging on her, and these corn stars banging on her, and you know she was laying up with chicks too. To each his own. Jalen Hudson, salute. What I'm saying is, to go from that, a decade of that, to just being a one-man woman, that's a tough act to follow, is it not? MP.
What the fuck?
Salute, man. Long time no see. Good to see you. That's a tough act to follow, isn't it? She's used to having it a certain way. Mr. Tiptoe, salute. She's used to getting it a certain way. He's just coming in there, slow music and making love to her, and he's having a good time. But she's like, he's stroking, but I'm used to, while this is happening, I'm used to having something in my mouth. And, oh, he's done? Well, I'm not done. I'm used to, this, that, and this, and that. See what I mean? Egalitarian, salute, and I agree. 10 years, she was not a victim. I don't want to hear anything that anyone has to say about it. Thank you, Rodney. Did y'all see She's Gotta Have It? The series on Netflix and the original in the movies in the 80s by Spike Lee. It's a Spike Lee joint. She liked getting down. She was a nymphomaniac. That's what it was. And I want to be very clear when I tell y'all this. Her body, her choice. If a woman wants to be a nympho and she likes having multiple partners and getting down like that, that's cool. You hear what I'm saying? That's cool. Her body, her choice. But you have to deal with what comes with that. Now, what comes with that? You can't be a video vixen and a TikTok whore. And BVO, salute. You can't be, shake it what your mama gave you. That was a song. Shake what your mama gave you. You can't be doing all of that and twerking online and actually making money off of it too at that. And then at any point, you could just turn it off and say, okay, now I want to be a wife. Some chicks got gall, man. They have the audacity. I'm going to do it and I'm going to be a wife. If you can find a man to deal with that, then more power to you. More power to you. But most men, when they find out, hey, man, I appreciate you telling me, but, I can't deal with that. Let me ask y'all a question. What do you think, Kat, 10 years dealing with Puff and freak offs, what do you think her body count is? We talk about body count, right? We talk about, and chicks got mad at me on, I made a comment on a thread when they showed Cassie's husband walking out the courtroom. He couldn't take it. He couldn't take it, and dudes was like, "Yo, that's messed up. He that's crazy." And I put, and it was a #1 comment on that thread. I said, "Ladies, do you see now why your past matters? It matters. You're not even giving a dude a chance, and here come the sisterhood. Y'all past matters too, right? To what degree? Here's the deal. Right now, as we speak." Right now, exactly, Jimmy Boxer, more than Wilt Chamberlain, and he had bodies. But right now, as we speak, there's probably at least 20 women that'll still fuck Diddy, minus the headache. If they could just sleep with him and get him to pay their rent or whatever the hell it is, they do it with no fear of STDs or accidental pregnancies, none of that. They do it right now. Right now, Cassie couldn't throw a bag at me to slam her. At all. At all. At all. No. She's a walking bag of syphilis and herpes and all kinds of. Come on, man. I'm not into that. Then she got pissed on? You got pissed on, man? Seriously? Seriously? What happens when you dating a chick? DP, what up? What happens when you dating a chick and it's like, all right, I know you used to, you got around or whatever, but, and then you find out that she's been pissed on multiple times. It's like, well, doesn't that change something? Where do you brothers draw the line? Is she that fine that you're gonna look past that? Seriously. Let me be very clear, because a lot of motherfuckers are thinking like, hey man, this is just an isolated incident. No, it's not. you've heard all the stories. You know, when you talk about the elite, all the elite is a group of people that are millionaires. Puff is wealthy, but beyond a lot of our wildest dreams. We're not, unless we hit lotto, or unless some of y'all are millionaires that I don't know about in the chat. I don't know, you know. But guys that are wealthy like that, they don't hang out in places that we hang out at. They're the stars of the party, and we show up to celebrate with them for whatever endeavor they're involved in. They make money off of us, and they associate with other people in their tax bracket, right? And this is why you have to be grounded. You have to be, you never lose who you are. You honor your work ethic that brought you there by remaining grounded and being close to the people that were there from you from the beginning. That's why it's important for, well, you know, I don't want to get religious on y'all, but you know, you have to have a relationship with who you worship. I'll just say that. Because that is supposed to keep you rounded. It's supposed to keep you rounded. And this is where, you know, Diddy lost discipline about 2 decades ago, maybe more. Because he got to a point where I got this money and I got this fame and, you know, this fortune. And I'm pretty much in a position where I might be able to do a lot of shit and get away with it. He got too comfortable. He got way too comfortable. And this is, with Cassie, this is just the only thing that he's getting caught with. There's women that are not as popular as Cassie that was part of those freak-offs. Like, well, yeah, she caught it, but I caught it. I was getting strangled and defecated on, and you know, I had it in every hole at the same time, even my nostrils and ears. It's like, what, ma? Yes. And you see, this is the problem, man. This is the problem. Diddy lost it a while ago, where the super duper freak offs become normalized, and where normal intimacy with someone that you love is abnormal to him. It doesn't do it for him. He can't finish. He can't finish. And this is what the general was saying earlier, man. You know, comes to the point where, you know, man, when you're a young man, you know, sex is like a drug. And some of y'all might not remember, or, you know, whatever, but I remember my first orgasm. But I'm gonna tell you this, my first orgasm, I was already having sex prior to that. I'm gonna tell you this much, I was having sex way prior to my first orgasm. Way after that. I was just doing it. And then one day I was doing it, I was like, what's that? What? What's that? And it felt great. Oh, that's what that is? And you go on a quest to get it again and again and again and again and again and again and again. And then you factor in, see, back when I was young, you had to go on a search to look for pornography. Find a Penthouse magazine, a Playboy magazine, and they were a little more graphic. There was a couple other magazines that showed full-blown penetration. And it was so taboo to talk about. You had to sneak around and do things with chicks you liked. Now, today, the reason why our kids are so desensitized to this shit is because it's in their face every day. And this is a whole thing. I'm gonna do a video about this family picture that I saw. And I noticed two things. The mother made it completely about her. That's number one. And number two, it's a family picture. There's no father there. And she's dressed like an absolute smut in her BBL. And I said, this is disgusting. Her fucking kids are in this. This is ridiculous. So with these women, and as black people, we're already we're over-sexualized. We're over-sexualized. Black boys over-sexualized. Black girls are over-sexualized. Like I said, you go to these Instagrams, or you just go to there. Next time you're on your Instagram, just scroll down, and once you see the chick twerking and she has a page, go to her page, go to her pictures, just start scrolling down, and there's a possibility you're going to find her posted up with her child. And it's like, whoa. You're just watching it and enjoying it, and then now you got to scroll past a Happy Mother's Day picture with her fucking 5-year-old, and it's like, whoa, what is nothing sexy about this? Why is this little boy on this page? You feel me? These kids, like twerking and chicks walking around with tight stuff on and thongs, it's normalized to them. That stuff wasn't normal when I was coming up. That's why I look at these kids like they're strange. Crazy stuff. Mr. Tiptoe in that super chat salute, he says, remember when Donald said, when you're a star, you can do whatever you want. Grab about a meow meow. Whatever you want. Yeah, he said that. And let me give y'all an update because I have the game on. The Pacers just came back from like 14 points down. I was like in and out. And this kid, what's his name? I don't even watch ball no more. I just have it on because I live in New York and it's a big old hoopla. But there's 22 seconds left, I think, now. And the Pacers just started hitting threes all over the place. And now the Pacers are down by 2 points. The Knicks just blew a 14-point lead. The Garden was rocking. Look at them. The Knicks fans, their heads are down. Can I say something real quick? And Nesmith, thank you. Can I say something right quick? I don't even watch ball no more. I was turned off a few years ago when, around the time when Bron went to Miami. I was like, oh man, come on, it's out of control. Let me just say this: people are partying with the Knicks and everything else, But let me tell you this: I don't care what era of Knick team you're watching. Like you're watching these guys right now, and they still might win tonight. But there is no lead that the Knicks cannot blow. And I hate to say this, and I know y'all might hope I'm wrong, but y'all rocking and rolling with this Knicks team, and that's cool. That's cool. I don't even watch ball no more. But let me say this, man. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, look, they almost turned it over. Brunson, he just dished it off. 14 seconds left. They're trying to play the clock. Okay, they're playing the clock. They might win. They're sending, what's his name? This pillow biting dude. What's his name? Big like Tom Towns. That kid is a fairy, bro. He got to hit these free throws though. They might win today, but let me say this: I know how this ends. Okay? They might even go to the conference finals. No, ain't this the conference finals? Yeah, they might go to the finals. I'm telling you, I know how this ends. They're up by 3. I'm telling you, I know how this ends. It's the Knicks, y'all. So whatever. They still might. They're gonna win this game. They might go to the finals, but it's the Knicks, y'all. And there's reasons why I say what I say. funny as hell. But anyway, to get back to the topic. These kids, they're desensitized. It's just like they're desensitized to murder and stuff like that. In the 70s, the movie Jaws was a big deal. Today, it's like, oh shit. He missed the second free throw. There's 13 seconds left on the clock. They're down by 3. Pacers are down by 3. Anyway. So kids are playing these video games with hardcore murders in it. These kids are just, it's the norm to them. And when you made this behavior normalized, this oversexed genre of kids that's growing into adults, they're oversexed and they're violent, orgies. And there's a group of teenagers having an orgy right now somewhere. Probably in your building, probably up the street from your house. This is normal stuff to them. So the baby oil and everything, all we're doing as a community is laughing at it, but it's like, is there a law against having baby oil in there? No, there was drugs in it. Then I hear that there wasn't no drugs in the baby oil. Diddy's just an oversexed freak. He's an oversexed freak. That's all. And my point is, Cassie was there for all of it. Whatever was going on with them, it's become normalized. You feel me? It's become normalized. Young Abel, salute. Oh man, the Playboy Mansion. I'm gonna do a whole nother live on that, man. I'm gonna do a whole nother live on that. I just watched an old interview with the Playmate. And the Playmate was saying that Hugh Hefner used to line chicks up and be double, triple, and quadruple dipping to see which hey nanu he liked the best. And that's the chick he'd finish with. You understand? 12 seconds left and Pacers are down by 1. Knicks ball. They almost turned it over. 8 seconds left. Okay, they're playing the line. The Knicks might win it. 7 seconds left. Pacers down by 1. They almost turned it over too. So this is wild work, man. They're gonna ignore what Hugh Hefner had to say or what he did. It's all about Diddy, bro. I haven't figured out how to get into my damn. I can't figure out what my PayPal is. I swear I'll have it tomorrow. Anyway. So Nunu boy just missed the free throw. They're down by 1, 7 seconds left. He got to hit this free throw, man. I swear to God, bro. Swear to God. Swear to God, man. Look at the fans in the Garden. You see, that's the look right there that I'm used to seeing. That's the look. BPMV, salute. He had one free throw. They're up by 2. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You better shoot that shit. Oh, shit. Oh! They're going into overtime, y'all. They're going to overtime. Oh, oh shit. Yo, the ball bounced. Who's this light-skinned kid? He got the funny looking jump shot. No, wait, hold on. Oh, he thought he hit the 3. He hit a 2. His foot was on the line. And he pointed right at Reggie Miller like, yo, look. Look, he got the hell bounce. It went up and then went in. Oh, he thought he hit the 3. Hold on, let me see. Oh, nah, his foot was on the line. Oh, shit. If he was an inch behind, the game was over. They won it. They're going into OT. Oh, my God, bro. Oh, my God. What did I just say? There is no lead that the Knicks can't blow. I know this team. I don't give a fuck who's on it. I've been around long enough. All of that crashing out they were doing, jumping Pacers fans, or whatever the fuck I saw on social media. Now they're going into overtime, and they're going in there with momentum now. This is game 1? Okay, man. You can't lose a game at home on the playoffs in the Eastern Conference Finals. You can't blow home court like this. You can't do this. All right? Okay. Okay. And Reggie Miller's in attendance. He's calling the game. There you go. Yo, I know better than this, man. Come on, man. I've been watching the league, hard body karate, since 83, since I was 8 years old. I used to be all into the league. And I really just stopped what I was doing when Braun packed it up and went to Miami. I checked out. That's how I can't do this anymore. I don't recognize this game. But now I'm stopping to look at it. Everyone's like, no, just watch the Knicks. I'm like, yo, not a Knicks fan at all. Yo, you just watch. I'm saying, oh, okay. Now look. Yeah, it's game 1. We're going to see. Yo, son, they were up by 14. They were clapping. Minute 15 left. Come on, man. Brunson on fire. Don't go to Indiana down 2 games, boy. Because you know what? Realistically, in that rivalry, the Knicks got the better of the Pacers in the rivalry, actually. So Indiana got an axe to grind, too. He did the choke sound just like Reggie Miller did. They holding up the pictures in comparison. But they're mad now. Don't play scared, jump ball. Well, anyway, back to this Diddy situation. They're in overtime. I can't believe this. It's crazy. Cassie is not a victim. I'm not going to allow the media or anybody to tell me different. I'm not. I'm really not. Y'all not going to do that. Now, is Diddy a piece of crap? He might be. He might be. I didn't like that video. You know, him beating her ass by the elevator. But you know what I did say? When I asked how old that video was, I said, man, you know what? Did she leave him after that? Did she go to the police right after that? The answer was no. The answer was no. He didn't. See, I can't respect that. I can't respect that. I can't respect that at all. After he whooped her ass, and the way it happened, that let me know that wasn't the first time that happened. That let me know right there that was not the first time that happened at all. It gave me reasonable cause to believe that that's the type of relationship they had. That's the type of relationship they have. It was a physical one. So I don't feel sorry for her. Let me ask you a question. How many of those freak offs did she set up? How many of those freak offs did she initiate? Didn't they have text that said she was like, oh, I can't wait to get up with you or whatever. Yeah, she liked it. She liked it, man. She liked it. She absolutely liked it. I don't feel sorry for her. A willing participant. So while they push this narrative that Diddy is this awful guy, and he might be. Never forget that she was a willing participant. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what y'all say. Anybody feel sorry for her husband? Let me ask the fellas, is he a strong man or is he stupid? Is he strong or is he stupid? Let me give you my honest assessment. If it's what I think it is, he knew she had a past, but I don't think he knew it was this bad. And when they called her down there to start testifying, she came up there pregnant. Man. Apparently she's a breadwinner, so if he decides, yo, look, I'm walking out this bitch, I quit this bitch, you're gonna get her. Well, you know what, I'm not a lawyer. He may or may not get her. But Lord have mercy. Big Joe Townsend, salute. Yeah, exactly. Hey, yo, Indiana got the lead. They're up by 1. 2 minutes left. And the Knicks just turned it over, y'all. Look at this shit. Get back on defense. This is crazy shit, man. I'm telling you, man. I think this only happened because I turned it on. Look at Brunson go. He got fouled. He's going to the line. This is wild stuff, bro. Yeah, I see you, Joe. They, baby mama hit, no RICO charge, nothing. They got back together. Listen, man. Some of you brothers is toxic. It's all hell, too. Some of you brothers is toxic. Any chick that showed me that she was prone to be violent, in that moment, I left her alone. In that moment, I left her alone. I was like, nah, I'm good on all that. I'm good on all that. Fuck that. 10 years she stuck around. Snoop, what up, Snoop? 10 years she stuck around. She liked it. I'm sick of this, man. I'm sick of it. You're tearing down Bill Cosby. You're resurrecting chicks that are my grandma's age. Talking about Me Too. Magically, that happened when he was trying to buy NBC. Now all of a sudden, you know, crazy, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. Trying to get Diddy now. Who else they tried to get on this bullshit? They got R. Kelly. Don't nobody feel sorry for R. Kelly, and that's my next pep talk. Ain't nobody saying, "Oh man, you know he was abused when he was young," and he was. He got touched on and taken advantage of by older women. Pinball salute. By older women, they touched on him. No one said, "Oh, he should go get some therapy, leave him alone, protect the brother." No, they didn't do that. They didn't do that. They didn't do that at all. So if y'all don't understand that this is an attack on black men, I don't know what else to tell you. It's an attack. It is an attack. That's what this is. You need to understand that. Joe Townsend says, one of my exes dated a dude who used to slap her with books and strip her naked and throw her clothes out the window. Still stayed with the dude. I had to call her pops and he deaded all that. Yeah. Indiana up by 2, 49 seconds left. And they in MSG. You see what I'm talking about? This is crazy stuff. They're tied. No, they're up. Knicks are up by 1. 35 seconds left. Yeah, this is an attack on black men, y'all. Pacers up by 1. 26 seconds left. Y'all don't see what's going on. I don't know what to tell you. And again, man, you know, Diddy, he might be guilty on some stuff, but the stuff they're throwing at him, I mean, you gotta understand. You gotta understand what they're doing is they're stacking the chips against this guy. Yeah, Smokey Robinson. I mean, come on. Y'all heard that? The help in the house was talking about, oh, he abused me. How long was you there? 6 years or something like that? Wait a minute. 6 years? You ain't think to put a body cam on you or a phone or something? You ain't think to do none of that? You ain't think to do none of that? Catch him in the act? You out your mind? I don't believe these chicks. Shannon Sharp. You saw the white woman that came forward? I'm like, oh, no. Times ain't never been that bad for him that he had to go that direction. That chick was busted ugly. Times ain't never been that bad. There it is. This is an attack. Hugh Hefner never went through this. And I'm sure his freak offs was epic. His freak offs were epic. Yep, Rick James, come on, man. They stayed doing that. They stayed doing it. But I hope Diddy understands now all the white people that he frequent with. Ain't nothing gonna happen to them. I don't know how many white people are gonna get called to the stand. I want to know how many white people are gonna get called to the stand. Oh yeah, Larry Flint. Yeah, wow. This is Larry Flint. Wonder how many white folk are gonna get called to the stand, bro. Probably none. Night Train, salute, good brother. Yeah, Night Train. Yeah, you said it. We know. We all know it. We all know it. You right. Abso-freaking-lutely. Oh, that was out on Brunson. The ref blew that call. Well, they're reviewing it right now. Anyway. They changing it, yeah. It was out on Brunson. They challenged it. You want to know how long I've been out the league? Just tonight, I was looking. I said, what is this challenge call shit? What is that? I don't even know when they started doing that, bro. I told you I stopped watching ball for a minute. Cats telling me to turn this shit on. I'm like, all right. Now I'm looking at it. As soon as I turn it on, this is what the Knicks are doing. See? They can still win. Double clutch dunk. And I think he got an and one. Knicks down 15 seconds. 138, 135. He got a dunk off the inbound, and he's going to the line. He hits this free throw, this game's over. Bro, see? Y'all should have left me alone, bro. I am not interested in this. You see what I mean? Prince Savage, salute. See? Inbounded the ball. Look, pick and roll. Classic stuff. Why did... Yo. Oh, boy. Bridges with the foul. Double pump dunk. Two-handed dunk. Got the and one. He's going to the line, bro. He hits this free throw. This game's over. Just Spark, salute. Prince Savage, salute. Prince Savage says, my mom always said, as a black man, they'll always been looking for something, and they always be looking for something. Don't be the one to give it to him. Exactly. Stop doing it. Just because you got it like that. Bro, do we have enough examples? Zion Williams or Williamson, whatever the hell that giant nigga's name is. All the talent in the world. He got a weight problem. He knocked up an Instagram chick. And by the way, no one's calling her a predator. Ain't she like in her late 30s? He's like in his early 20s. No one's calling her a predator. Did you peep? Wait a minute, what happened? Knicks down by 3. He can't inbound the ball. Okay, he got it in. 14 seconds. Brunson looking for the 3. Air ball. Townsend with the 3. Air ball. Missed it. Knicks can't maintain. 0.2 of a second left. Knicks ball. Bro, I think the Knicks just blew this game, bro. Bro, hold on a minute. They were scrambling at the end. Towns missed the three. They all scrambling. They were hustling hard. Oh my God, this is fucking tragic. This is tragic. Bro, this is Wait a minute, bro. I told Cassie, I'm like, look, I don't watch ball no more, blah, 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 blah. And some of my dudes, they've been Knicks fans since I known them. Oh, it was out on, nah. That's pacer ball, bro. And he knows he did. That's pacer ball. But they can't challenge it? They already challenged. Okay. How the hell did the Knicks play this good and blow this game? They played good. It's 0.2 of a second left. Indiana's up by 3. Towns look like he's about to cry. Do not foul, but protect the perimeter. The only thing he can do is catch and shoot. You know what? Give up the 2. Protect the perimeter. Give up the 2. Give up the 2. You win by 1. Give it up. Give up the 2. If they throw up a Hail Mary and it goes in, I'm just going to laugh, bro. I'm just going to laugh. Get the Knicks foot. Yo, niggas is leaving. Oh, it's pace the ball anyway. Game over, bro. Yo, the Pacers steal game 1 in New York, bro, in the overtime. That is wild work. That is wild work. That's wild work. But I will say this. I didn't want to talk about it. Cats keep talking to me about it. Oh, yo, it's the Knicks, Nick. I'm like, yo, listen. I don't give a fuck who's on this Knicks team and what year it is. I know this franchise, and for some reason, it's cursed. Now, look, the series ain't over. Series ain't over. But I know this team. I know this team. And I told some dudes on my job, this is the first time I'm going to say it on the air. Y'all happy now, and that's great. I hope the best for y'all, but I'm going to say this. I know how this ends. Tyrese Halliburton, 31 points, 4 for 12 from the arc. The rest of the stats just disappeared, but hey, man, I know Ticket is going to be killing the Knicks right now. That was his heroics. He got that love bounce. And then he looked at Reggie with the choke, said, man, that's epic. But if that was a 3, man, please. They had to go to overtime, and they earned this victory. This is wild, man. The series ain't over. But I know the Garden was rocking. It reminded me of the 90s for a second. I'm like, look at that. Look at them. Oh, that's good. Man. Knicks got to win this next game on their floor. You cannot go to Indiana down 2 games. Listen, every classic Knick was in attendance tonight. They showed it. Clyde Frazier was there. Ewing was there. John Starks was there. Even cats that weren't like franchise Knick players was there. Amari Stoudemire's there. Who else I saw sitting there? Sprewell was there. Sprewell was there tonight. Marbury's there. And look what happened. This is wild work. My gosh. Look at Reggie Miller pointing to him like, oh, shit. Crazy stuff, right? Well, Jadakiss, Melo, yo. Hey, man, look. I'm not saying not to support your team, but Jesus Christ. I've been around long enough, man. Oh, God. Right now, Junior's probably having a meltdown. Let me send a little text to the group chat. Let me see something. I'm not trolling. See that shit? This is why I've been quiet about the Knicks. Shaking my head. See that? Wild stuff. Wild stuff, man. Wild stuff. Anyway, back to this Diddy nonsense. Cassie, you're in trouble now. I'm on your ass. Like everybody else. Definitely pun intended. You know, they trying to take down these black brothers, man. Man, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say it, man. Free Diddy. Free Diddy. What did he do, man? What did he do? Have a bunch of orgies? Sent the stock for Johnson & Johnson baby oil up? Huh? I don't care. You know why? These bros don't care. To them, Cassie's the victim, Diddy's the villain, and no one's protecting black women. Man, listen. Yeah, they need Willis Reed. No, they don't. No, they don't. The last time the Knicks won the championship, Phil Jackson was on that team. Real shit. Phil Jackson got 2 rings with the Knicks, y'all. How many of y'all know that? They used to call him Action Jackson. He was low-key the Dennis Rodman of that Knicks team. Yep, 73. That was 2 years before I was born. These niggas gave up this a 14-point lead with a minute and some change left. Unfucking real, bro. Yeah, Night Train, you remember that? Yeah, I only saw like video of it later on. Look at them. They got the film outside of MSG. Look at all the police there. Right across the street is the Penn Hotel. That's where the fighters stay when they're flying in from out of town. So again, that's 34th Street. The Penn Hotel's right across the goddamn street. Right? How the fuck was AJ 30 blocks downtown in the village? 30 blocks. And that's when he went live? Fuck out of here, bro. Fuck was you doing down there? You was down there trying to be Cassie. Get urinated on. Cassie, you're disgusting. Now, let me say something about Cassie's husband. Dude, she's faking every orgasm. Yeah, now this has become a roast at this point. This become a roast. Yeah, Derek, I know Kofa is upset, bro. Listen, I don't want to say it out loud because I don't watch ball like that anymore. I haven't watched ball seriously since LeBron went to Miami. I stopped at that point. I was like, I can't take this shit serious. All right, that's why I don't participate in the GOAT conversation. Jordan and LeBron, there's no comparison. Jordan shits all over him. There's nobody in the NBA that's a GM or a player from today and from the 90s or the early 2000s. If you ask any one of the pros, if you had one slot to fill left and the 2 players was Jordan and James, who you picking? You would be a fool to pick James. Because the game doesn't stop at stats. Where the fuck did Kenny Smith get a hairline from? Bro, all right, let's stop. Kenny, all right, never mind. Teach his own. He's rich and I'm not, so okay. That's how you handle that. That's how you check yourself. You see how I check myself? If I said that to Kenny's face, he just looked at me like, yo, we can match bank accounts. Who wins that argument? Not me. You see? Check myself. Just like that. Now back to this regularly scheduled programming. I fucks with Kenny Smith. He was nice with it. In fact, he was on that Rockets team that bust the Knicks on their ass in 94. He was there. So anyway. Yep. I'm gonna start texting all my boys. You know, man, you just cut it on, man. You gotta cut it on. All right. I said, y'all better leave me alone with this shit. All right, I'll watch it tonight. I'll watch it. Now watch it now. Look. This is what the fuck y'all told me to tune into? Okay, y'all deal with it. I'm good. I should have left me alone. But anyway. Oh, Allie Burton is rubbing. He's hugging a snowflake. Who's that? Look at him hugging that snowflake. Who is that? Oh, shit. The sisters are mad. Who's that girl? Wait a minute. I got to go to Google. Wait a minute. What's his name? Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton. Let me put in his girlfriend. His name is Tyrese. Like that sad R&B nigga. Tyrese Halliburton's girl. Yo! Her name is JD Jones. She got an Instagram. I'm on it right now. Oh, Lord, I'm going to make y'all mad. Oh, Lord, I'm going to make y'all mad. Lord, I'm going to make y'all mad. Lord, I'm going to make y'all mad. Bro, hold on. Wait a minute. I'm going to make y'all so... I'm going to make... Oh, shit. Share. This is his girl? Oh, shit. This is... Yikes. Her name is JD Jones with 3 E's. No, JD Jones, whatever the fuck. And she a snow buddy. And he in love. All right, let me go grab that pic real quick. I'm gonna make y'all so upset. And let me make the queens upset. Let me make these queens upset. I'm doing this on purpose. I'm trolling at this point. Shout out to all the sisters that want to divest. She is living her best life right now. Oh my God. Yeah, she won. How tall is he? Like 6'7"? He's a millionaire. He done saved the day. He's starting for the Pacers. She's won in life. I'm on her gram right now. She's about maybe 5'6". She's wearing his jersey. She's about maybe 125 pounds. And she's shining on her gram. Look at this. She traveling the world with her boo-boo. Yep, there go the Disney World picture. That's Disneyland. That's not Disney World. There's a difference. Yeah, that's Disneyland. She there with a mouse is, and look, she was in Paris. Right. She was in London. Yeah, all right. Shout out to you sisters who divest. There you go. Fly that out. Oh yeah, code for piss. Jesus Christ, that's bad, man. Look, I'm not invested into any of this shit anymore. Knicks, because every time Knicks start doing well, this city get loud. But I'm gonna tell you something. Right now, back in the day, see, right around now, like 95, 94, there was no internet like this, man. We used to have to listen to sports radio. And WFAN is the station out here on AM radio. And it was Joe Bedingo, it was Mike and the Mad Dog. And right about now, they'd be live right now, ripping the Knicks. Fans will call up screaming when they open up the line. They call up screaming, "I've had it, Joe. I've had it with these goddamn Knicks. I've had it." I was there for all of it. I used to listen to it. It was funny as hell. It's funny as hell. And I told these cats, leave me alone. I'm not interested in this. Y'all go ahead. I wish y'all the best. No, just watch. I'm telling you, watch us. I'm in their group chat. They're like, yeah, all right, yep, see? It's over. Yo, we up, baby. 1 up. And then when they cut the lead to like 4, my phone stopped going off. I start my live stream. My phone hasn't gone off since. I don't even want to look in there. Matter of fact, one dude in particular, I want to check and see if he, put him on suicide watch. Crazy stuff, man. They were up as many as 14, bro. I know how this ends. Oh, Abel. I'll tell you what. They like John. They like John more than they liked Charles Smith. Out here, it's called the Charles Smith Memorial Game. That's what it's called out here. They're like, all he had to do was dunk the ball. He couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. And he couldn't do it, and he blew it. Then John Starks, when the Knicks finally did go to the finals in '94, like 1 for 11 from the arc. It was crazy stuff, man. Crazy. Well, there you go. But hey, man, it's only game 1, right? Nothing to panic about. Bulls didn't have home court in '93. Came to New York, they dropped 2 games. That first game, John Starks bust Mike on his ass. I watched it. Game 2, more the same. The Knicks lost game 3, 4, 5, and 6 in a row. And that was the same series with the Charles Smith Memorial Game. I watched all of it. And I said, you know what, man? Hey. They called me a hater. They said, man, you hating on the Knicks. I said, no, I just know how this ends, man. They self-destruct. I don't give a fuck if you got Pat Riley. I don't care about none of that. The Knicks had a better team than the Bulls in '93. Do you know that? They blew it, man. I just looked and laughed. Yeah, I know how this ends. But it's only game 1. It's only game 1. Holy shit. That's hilarious. Anyway. Diddy, please. Diddy, please. Free Diddy, man. But let me ask y'all a question, man. Matter of fact, let me do this. Let me ask y'all a question while I put this up real quick. Let me ask y'all a question, man. What's her husband's name? What's Cassie's husband's name? Let me stir the pot a little bit. Hen dog salute. Would he be doing better than have been dealing with a white chick? Yeah, I'm going there. Because listen, man, the women with the loudest mouths are our black women. They're talking so much shit. Shaquilla salute. They're talking so much shit. Talking to white women. Oh, white women this, white women that. Hey, Shannon, that's what you get for dealing with a young white girl. And I'm like, yo, as if black chicks don't do this to men every day. Then here you have a woman who successfully divested because Diddy was some sort of sexual deviant, right? And he is. But now you've divested, right? You got this white man who's good, clean, and wholesome. And now he's supposed to put up with you with a history of getting pissed on. I want you guys to understand something. Wow. Let me take this picture down. I just did that to make the Knicks fans mad and the black sisters mad who are into that sort of things. Because real women, that shit don't bother them. Waffle salute. You kissing a woman on the mouth and then you found out that dudes have urinated in her mouth. Let me ask you another question. She's had several STDs, according to the testimony, right? Kissing her, can he not imagine yo, she's had her lips wrapped around several porn stars. Bro, you kissed her on the mouth, bro. They calling him a real man. The sisterhood is calling him a real man for yeah, I kind of OD'd with this gift, right? I did. I don't care, man. I don't care. Oh, escorts. Oh, that's bad, man. That's bad. So her body count. How are you banging like a porn star? But, well, I ain't gonna say she ain't get porn star money. She got 20 mil. She got more than porn star money. But she was getting her kitty cat scratched. Get your coochie scratched. Yeah. She was getting that kitty cat stretched, wasn't she? And she liked it. 10 years? Was she held captive in the basement, chained up to a radiator somewhere? No. She's a willing participant. She got pissed on, y'all. Don't forget that. She got pissed on. They drained the lizard on her, man. Pissed on. But R. Kelly in jail. Pissed on. But no one wants to talk about Hugh Hefner. Right? They tried to shame Diddy. Listen, when you got money like him, you know what I mean? He's entitled to do what he wants in his bedroom in his house. Was he breaking the law? They're trying to do the trafficking thing. Why? Because he flew people out? They gotta alter that charge, man. Alter that. Alter that whole charge, man. There's a lot going on this year, right? You got Cassie getting pissed on, and she's in full smut mode. Kanye West admitting that he blew his cousin. His cousin, not some random dude. That was his cousin, right? So, incest anyone? You see what I'm saying? That wasn't like his friend. It was his cousin, right? Did I mishear that? Did I mishear that? That was he said cousin, right? Where am I bugging? These dudes are just coming all the way out the closet. My God. Dudes are filthy animals, bro. Does the sisterhood feel sorry for Cassie's husband? Is that too much? I asked this before, I'm gonna ask again. Who would stay with her? Who would stay with her after all of this? She's used goods. And see, man, this is why I really, really wish, I would love, can you imagine what a Kevin Samuels show would sound like right about now, with every passing day about Cassie? Because, by the way, speaking of Kevin Samuels, see, these women can hate him, and these simp-ass dudes can hate him all you want, but you know what? Was he wrong about any of this that's happening right now? Even the women that are alive right now that talk down on him and celebrated his death, the Hollywood women too in particular, was he wrong about them? Was he wrong about Vivica Fox? Was he wrong about her? Every chick that he spoke about that's in the limelight right now, we've learned some shit in 2024, 2025, right? He ain't been wrong. Shit is ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. I'm loving it. What do I always say? Time reveals all truth, and a lie's nothing but a long way to the truth. We're learning, man. The I told you so's is here. Ladies, your past matter. Now it don't know. Your past matters. I said last show, I said, you know what? You're right. Everyone's past matters. You meet some dude that checks all the boxes: money, height, skin complexion, big old dick. And you're like, I hit the jackpot. Then you find out he has a small empire because he sold a lot of drugs. And then you're wondering, yo, man, why you got all these guns around the house? Well, I stepped on a lot of feet. I stepped on a lot of feet to get this. And it might be a situation where somebody might come and get me. Could be today, could be tomorrow, could be 5, 10 years from now. But I made a lot of enemies, ruined a lot of neighborhoods, pissed a lot of people off. And we okay now, but you never know. What you mean you never know? Now, what if y'all never had that conversation? You just wonder why, yo, man, every time we go out, somebody staring at us crazy, or hey, I never asked what you used to do for a living. Now, my brother Blue Blood Sports TV in the building. Salute. PGH, salute. Blue, you see these Knicks, bro? You see that? Ain't that crazy? Blue, I was just telling cats, there is no lead that the Knicks can't blow. I don't care where you at in time. I know this franchise, bro. And I was telling my boys, don't make me watch this. Okay. I'll watch it tonight. All right, damn. Okay, I'll watch it. I turned it on and I'm watching. I'm like, okay, they're up 14. They should win it. Minute left. Nope. And look, overtime and they lose by 3. Look at that shit. I have a good idea how all of this ends, y'all. But, it's still game 1. They could win it. It's okay. KP, what up, brother? Yeah, Halliburton went 4. Hey, y'all screenshot this, y'all. I'm just trolling with that. I don't know nothing about this brother. I just found out. I just was watching TV and I'm like, who's that girl? Who's that snowflake he's hugging on? Turns out this is his girl. June Jones with Junie Jones. Yeah, she's winning. He's about to stretch her tonight. Yup. Damn, I got this cough. Fighting this cold, man. I thought that was allergies. Nope. I just remembered my boy's son. He's like 2. And he's so he likes me because I'm tall, and he always wants me to pick him up. So I'm picking him up, and as I brought him halfway, he sneezed right in the side of my face, and I'm like, oh. And he had the boogers too, so I think he had a little cold. And then 3 days ago, I had this tickle in my throat, and now, mornings is rough. Sneezing and gotta pour the Listerine in my mouth and gargle it and break everything up. It's crazy. Anyway, so there it is. Knicks blow home court floor. It's over with. But it's game 1, y'all. It's game 1. But I know sports radio is crazy right now. I know Ticket TV is going ham right now. Blue says, I'm convinced we'll never see the Knicks and Jets win in our lifetime. Bro, I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Now, you see, we saying that, they're going to say we haters, but we all watched the game tonight, right? I wasn't even going to watch this shit. I was done with the NBA. My boys kept saying, turn it on. I'm like, all right, man, okay. Now I done turned it on, and now look. I know this team. Mark, what up, Mark? Philip D says, you notice 99.99999% of the black actresses, video girls, and video models that we were crushing on in the 90s didn't get married. Yeah, bro. They ain't get married. They dated a lot. Yo, Drake was dating Serena Williams. You see, she ended up marrying, right? Man, I saw them. I have a picture of them at like a beach. It does not match, bro. He has a dad body, but I heard he had paper, so he's all right. But I'm saying he has a dad body, and she's standing there at the beach shower, just getting the sand off, and her ass is like exploding out of the back of that bikini. I'm like, man. Can he even reach that? Jeez. But she was with Drake. Would he have done right by her? I don't know. He put hot sauce in condoms. That's funny as hell, right? Oh, well. Oh, well. Anyway, back to Cassie. They call you York Mouth because you don't brush. Diddy was like, take that. Niggas is pissing on her. And her husband kissed her on the mouth. When he said, you may kiss the bride. He kissed her, bro. Kissed her. Anybody in the chat could deal with Cassie's past? If you dealing with a chick and you find out she was in freak offs, which means full-blown orgies where now you found out that she was getting pissed on. You could deal with her? Is that a deal breaker? And when I say your goddamn past matters, ladies, we're talking about this. We're talking about everything, really. But when y'all throw it back at us, well, your past matters too. You know what? I'm gonna tell you the difference. I know women that said they'd rather have a dude that had a lot of sexual experience because when they do lay down with a dude they're attracted to, they want to be able to get off. They're not going to get off if they're directing traffic in the bedroom with a virgin. I can't tell you how many women told me that. They'd rather have a guy that has as much experience as possible because it will make the bedroom action for them a lot better. I had women tell me that. They told me that. Shit you not. We keep telling you it's different. It's different for us. Darius, what up, Darius? Exactly. Women don't build, they move in. Exactly, Monster Musa. What about Vivica A. Fox? Whoa! Go! Fail. Now she walk around with the Botox face. With, you know, she got the old woman face, like, you know, look like she got what I call the stroke face. Like she's talking, but her cheeks and mouth is barely moving. It's like you're speaking English, but now, you got the grandma face. Shit is barely moving. Yeah, PGH, Tracy Ellis Ross, all of these people, Kevin referred to them and says, yo, look, ladies, you're going to end up like them. Do they have a career? Yes. Do you have your own money? Yes. But all these women talking about, hey, man, I wanted a husband. But there was probably a bunch of dudes around that was trying to give you the time of day. But you know what happened? You want to know what happened? I'm going to tell you what happened. I'll tell you what happened. What happened was the dudes that was you was interested in, well, they were interested in you. You judged them off of what money they made. Oh, word, Blue? I was in a few of them. You probably saw me at Bedford Park, and I was at work. And those are my dudes. They be doing calisthenics in the park, and I parked the bus, and I ran up there, and oh shit, what's homie's name? He don't have an 8-pack. He got like a 12-pack. He was doing pull-ups. Yeah. That was damn, that was 2 years ago. That was at Bedford Park. That was in Bedford Park, right by that huge ass baseball field. I was driving a bus there, and I parked the bus, and I ran up to the park, and my nigga was doing some pull-ups. So I couldn't get that busy, but I get it in. But I was putting in work. I'm in a few joints. I was in Brooklyn. My man Snipe was on the bars. I was in a push-up battle. I can't find it. Dude said he had a YouTube channel and everything. And I didn't get the link, but he said he was uploading. I can't find it nowhere. We was doing push-ups. That was 3 years ago. Yeah, exactly, Mansa Musa. And they can hate Kevin Samuels all they want, but the brother made a lot of points. The brother made a lot of points. And he hasn't been wrong since. About the overall behavior. Sheila salute. The overall behavior of these modern women. He just wasn't wrong. And he wasn't on there like clowning and saying, aha. No, he says, look, this is what's gonna happen with them. Wingate Park, no. The park where Blue probably saw me, that's by Lehman College. There's a calisthenic park right there. And the bus line that I was on, I parked the bus right there. And I just ran up the hill and I did a quick workout. But my man was doing some pull-ups. Oh, Blue just sent me the link. Let me see. Yeah, this is it. Dude's name is The Proof. Yeah. Yup. Yup. Yep. It was hot as hell that day too. Yup. That's right there by Lehman College. College right across the street. Calisthenics is where it's at, Brody. Yeah, the name of the YouTube channel is That's Good Money. Yeah, this is 3 years ago. Shit. Yeah, it was hot as hell that day. I got right back on the bus after that, man. I was like, chill. Yeah. His name is The Proof. He was chilling. He was across the street. And we was working. And then he just came across the street and said, yo, let me get it real quick. Oh, you was there last weekend? Oh, okay. Not far from there. Yes, sir. That park right across the street. I pulled the bus up right there. So let me hop out real quick. It was hot as hell that day, bro. That day, it was like 98 degrees, bro. It was hot as hell. It was hot as hell. Yup. There I go. Yep, it was hot as hell that day. That's what I remember. I didn't want to do too much because I was still in uniform and shit. I took my shirt off and I was working out one day. I had like a 20-minute layover. I said, let me get this money real quick. Dips, pull-ups, push-ups. My supervisor pulls up. She walks up to me. She says, now, are you on your swing? I said, absolutely not. I got like 10 minutes. She says, well, you know, I hope you, because you got to get back on the bus, and I don't want you to hurt yourself. I said, I'm good. I said, you know what, let me go back. And in my bag, I got towels, I got wipes. So, you clean up before you get back in the bus. You know what I mean? So I'm all right, man. But, it's all good. Yeah, I had forgot about that, though. I forgot about that. Calisthenics get your strength up. Calisthenics, you eat about whatever your weight is. Your protein intake should be around that. So if you're 200 pounds, you should be eating 200 grams of protein. Only good carbs, up the level of greens that you're intaking, a lot of water. You should even out. Summer's here, baby. Anyway, Cassie ain't shit. I know I made this like a Knicks podcast also, but my apologies, but never forget that Cassie ain't shit. She got pissed on. Ain't no one feeling sorry for her husband. They just call the chicks are camouflaging it. Oh, your past matters. Oh no, he's just a strong man. So what? Jay-Z's not a strong woman? Because y'all bitches talking about, oh, she need to leave Jay-Z. He cheated. But don't look now. I'm hearing that Jay-Z was getting dicked down by one of these rappers. I don't know if that's true or not. But like I said, when you go to that next level where you have money like how these guys have, their relationships work different. You just don't understand it. Their relationships work way different. You can't comprehend it. We're not in that tax bracket. But I know people in that tax bracket. And you'd be amazed at what women just put up with. You'd be amazed at what they put up with. You wouldn't put up with it? They're saying, Beyonce's like, I'm in my 40s now. And I know Jigga cheated, but I'm in my 40s now. And true, I can get whatever man I want. Everybody will smash, but there's not a lot of dudes that'll marry me. Well, how I look marrying a 21-year-old? All he gonna do is smash, but what can that 21-year-old do for me that Jay can't do for me? You understand, marriage is a partnership. People say, oh, it's not a part of your help me, and no. Marriage is a partnership. It's a working relationship. Men are more practical, logical thinkers, right? The men that think like men, not men that think like women because they're raised by single women. No. We're more practical, we're more logical. And when we get older and it's harder for us to move because we've been busting our ass all our lives, protecting you, protecting the household, being the breadwinner and things of that nature. When we get older and breaking down, that's where y'all come in and y'all help us along. That's why we die first. Because we sacrifice everything taking care of the household, you, the kids, and everything else. Why do you think in the animal kingdom, the lions, when the ladies kill the prey, the man has to eat first? Do you know why he eats first? What the hell does the animal kingdom know about chauvinism? They don't. But the male lion has to eat first. Do you know why? He has to stay healthy. He has to get his protein and his water. You know why? Because when those goddamn jackals come and those wild dogs come, he needs the energy to fight their ass off. That's real shit. So you got to eat first. And why is it that animals understand the hierarchy? And these sisters today are just, I could do it by myself. I don't need this. I don't need that. I don't need you. I don't need that. Okay, cool. Do it yourself. D-Man, salute, brother. Yeah. I was laughing my ass off when I did this. I said, I know what clip I'm going to use for Cassie. I'm gonna upload this on my gram too. She a dirty whore. She's a whore, man. Old boy married a whore. Sheila, my queen, salute if I missed you. He married a dirty whore. He knew she had a past, but he didn't know it was this crazy. He got up and left the courtroom. And these sisters are calling him, oh man, he's just so strong. No. He's like, oh my God, how the fuck did I not see this? Can you imagine the phone calls he's getting from family and friends? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine this motherfucker talking to his dad or his mom? You okay? Yeah. You know niggas pissed on her, right? Yeah. She about to spit your kid out. You all right? Yeah. And I bet you right now he's saying, if he didn't know already and he's a cuck, if he didn't know already and he's a cuck, he might be on some, yo, man, I had no fucking idea that this bitch, I had no idea. Had no idea. This is wild. I didn't know. Well, now you know. And she about to have your baby and ain't shit you can do about it, bro. You been kissing on her. She's used piss as Listerine, man. She's had triple penetration in the 3 major holes. How do you follow that up? This nigga flew in Lex Steele to pipe her. Probably, allegedly. Now her husband, how do you follow Lex Steele, bro? You tell me. Y'all niggas don't act like y'all don't know who this dude is. Y'all seen it, y'all know what's going on down there. Now she's been hanging around dudes that are holding like that. How's this motherfucker following that? You tell me. You know what she did? She ran to this dude to aggressively get away from that, saying, you know what, I'm detoxing from all of that stuff. I'm gonna be a regular old woman now. I'm gonna be a regular woman now. A one-man type of woman. That's what she's gonna be. And she says, I'm gonna aggressively get with this dude and leave this crap behind. And she didn't do it because he called her on the phone, and when she answered it, she was getting dicked down by Diddy. So all of these sisters out here that are down on Diddy, y'all need to hold this fucking bitch accountable. She's a sexual deviant just like Diddy. She got bodies. In 10 years, she had to have slept with over 200 men. That's my number. I think it's 200. I think she did. Now, how the hell you supposed to follow that up, man? And I don't know anybody in my circle. If you found that out about your girl or a girl you was dating, would you still deal with her? And let me ask you again, why? And I want you to understand, modern women are sticking up for her. So this is what you got out there, man. I'm married. I ain't dealing with this shit. But this is what's out there, ladies and gentlemen. Women that are sticking up for her, getting pissed on, and calling her man strong for standing in the pocket for her, and then blaming Diddy. But you know what? If this didn't make the news, but you knew that Diddy was in these freak-offs, they'd be bigging Cassie up. Hey, Diddy's that kind of guy. He's letting her get slammed by other dudes. So if he's cool with it, then she's cool with it. Oh yeah, Monster Musa. When Tory Lanez walk free, they're gonna be upset.
Stupid butts.
They're gonna be upset. It came out that this bitch lied. Megan the male horse, because that's what a stallion is. She lied. Did she really try and say, I never had a sexual relationship with Tory? Oh, black woman unprotected. Yo, he didn't snitch. He didn't want to say who shot who. It wasn't him, though. And because he didn't snitch, he went down with everybody else. That's what happened. Because he didn't snitch, he went down for it. He went down for protecting a black woman. He didn't want to say who pulled that trigger. So they said, you don't want to say, so we're going to put it on you. They only tested him for gun residue and everything. There was other people there. And he's the only person that got tested. And y'all bitches went crazy. Oh, he shot her. Oh, we're not protected. He shot her. Man, listen. Then when that evidence, the new evidence came about, magically there was an attempt on his life a few days prior. Magically? So what, she tried to get him killed? How about nobody sticks up for black men? How many black women stood in the pocket for Bill Cosby? Y'all not sticking up for Tory Lanez. Y'all not sticking up for Diddy. Diddy was helping her live her dream. She had a little music hit. She had a little hit on the radio or video or whatever. He bigged her up for saving him when he was in a dark place. Gave her $20 million. Right? Not enough. So now, he looking at a serious bid. And these folks is trying to put all kinds of RICO charges on him. And y'all still blaming him. Man, he helped her, man. She was living a dream. Cassie was living a dream. Night Train says, a friend of his says Jonathan Majors is a woman beater. No, I think your friend is lying. He ran away from that bitch and went and got the police. And what happened? They still charged him. And think about that. He's on video, various street videos, not fighting her, jumping out the Uber and running away from that white bitch. He ran away and still got arrested. And I still had Shauna come in my comment section and say, oh, well, he looks like a colorist because he was dating a white woman. You see what I mean? Yeah, take that. Take that. Bullshit. Kevin Samuels was right, y'all. He was right about the women he was talking about directly. And he was right about the overall mentality of modern women today. He wasn't wrong. Now, Kevin's been gone for how many years now? 3 years, 4 years now? Let me ask you a question. If he was the problem, now listen to the question now. If Kevin Samuels was the problem, he's been gone for at least 3 years now, right? Right. Has the marriage rates gone up? Uh-oh. The marriage rates have not gone up. So there you go. He was a problem, right? He was gone now, right? Okay, cool. Was Kevin Samuels the problem? Was Jason Black the problem? Dennis Sperling? Fresh and Fit? They ain't the problem. Ain't the problem. Fresh and Fit pretty much lost their podcast. Dennis Sperling is still on, but you know, he's not beating the drum on these women. He said what he had to say. He's on the other stuff now. Jason Black stays on this point and he points it out. I know the black woman marriage rates have gone up. You know, I mean, they haven't gone up, and DEI is not helping them. Student loans, Trump ain't playing. And all these black women that say, I got these degrees, but you got $120,000 in college debt, and you only working a $50,000 a year job, but men ain't shit. You see? What did Kevin say about education, these educated women? When you ask them what do you bring to the table, okay, let's change it. Okay, how can you add to what I'm doing here? Because I'm doing this, and that. How can you add to it? Is that a nicer way to say it? Okay. How can you add to what I'm doing here? Some of them are single mothers. So you're supposed to raise their kids. You're supposed to fix their mistake. All right, fine. Some of them have strong double to six-figure college student loan debt. You got your doctorate or whatever, but for now you're just a high school teacher and you're only making $50,000 to $60,000 a year. You'll never pay that off. You'll never pay that off. And once you walk the aisle with the man, her debt becomes your debt. So what are we talking about? Mansa Musa says, and all this bitches that was going to see 50 Shades of Grey, and they dreaming and they're punani getting hot thinking about it and wanting it. So now in real life, it's Diddy. And now they 100 mad. 100 mad! Hey, everybody went crazy a few years ago over this 50 Shades of Grey. He was a creep. He was a rich white dude that was a weirdo who liked to tie bitches up and have all this crazy sex. But the same average dude that had that same thought process in the bedroom, he the creep though, right? Listen, I don't feel sorry for none of these chicks. They get what they deserve. Cassie's not a victim. She got pissed on because she liked it. She's the adult version. You know, I'm not even going to say that. That might be going too far. I was about to say something, but I ain't going to say it. But I'm going to say this, though. You deserve it. You wasn't worth it. Stupid ass. And shout out to her husband. I can't wait to see what he does. I mean, he can stay with her. But bro, you kissing her? You gonna walk around in public with her, holding her hand? You locked in now, baby. Because you got a baby. If I could be a fly on the wall when she went home after saying all that shit, it's like the movies. Don't look at me like that. You knew I had a past. You knew it. Babe, I didn't know you was getting pissed on though. Babe, when you said you and him had freaky intercourse, I didn't know it consisted of Lex Steele and his buddies. I didn't know that. And you know what? I'm willing to bet that he had some personal fantasies he wanted to fulfill with her. And like the dumb bitch she is, Tom, salute, Tom. Like the dumb bitch she is, she probably was on some, nah, I don't do that. I did a show on that way in the beginning of the Painful Excellence podcast. And the thumbnail was when she want to be a whore with everybody else, but wants to lock you down as her boyfriend or something. I forgot. It's like, nah, if you a smut, be a smut. I want to deal with that chick. Why you want me to be your man? Why? Because I'm the stable one? I'm the stable one? I know. But nah, you're a whore. I know you're a whore. Darius says, did I hear about Jay Hill compare Angel Reese to Ali? Nah, man. Fuck. Everybody all over the place. But Cassie, you're in trouble now. I got my eye on this marriage. I want to see what happens. I don't even know her husband's name, but bro, I know you got a baby and all, but I doubt when you slept with her and tried to build that family, you didn't know all of this shit, because if you knew, you'd have sat your ass right there in that courtroom. And guess what, bro? Staying there and taking all of that shit, that don't make you strong. That means she didn't tell you everything. And this is why your past matters. You know why? Put the sex aside for a second, y'all. And I want you ladies to listen to this. Put the sex aside for a minute. Don't you think they would have done him well to know that she was involved with Diddy and there's a potential for him to be brought up on RICO charges and have to deal with the legal system and the law? Don't you think that's something he should have needed to know? Put the sex aside, man. Put it aside, because that's all they've been talking about, baby oil and orgies. Stillwater salute. But put that shit aside. Ladies, this is why I say your past matters. And y'all saying, oh yeah, your past does. Yeah, it does matter. I also gave the example last show. Ladies, what happens if you was dealing with a dude and everything's perfect? He checks all the boxes. Money, over 6 feet, got a six-pack. Dick is over 6 inches. And you're like, well, this is too perfect. Well, tell me about your past. Oh, well, I was dating Tina. And then before that, I was dating Nina. And then before that, I was dating Sophia. And then when I was in college, I was dating Phil. What is Phil? Phil is short for Felina or what? No, Phil. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that a problem? I used to go that way. I was in the experimental phase. And he tells you that. Don't you think that's something you need to know, ladies? How long was you dating Phil? Was you high the whole time? What made y'all break up? Do you still talk to him? Are y'all social media friends? Do you have his number? You know what I'm saying? Don't you think that's something you ladies might want to know? You see that? Your past matters. Forget Phil. It could be Joey next time. He might relapse. Don't you think that's something you want to know? So yeah, your past does matter. But when we tell y'all your past matters, including your body count, y'all want to have a fit. But why do men are allowed to have all these sex partners, but we can't? No, you could do whatever you want. But it works different for women than it does men. I know one woman that was laying and playing since junior high school. And by the time she got older, went to church and accepted Christ and got a husband, they were trying to make a baby. And I learned from a friend of hers, they were considering adopted. I'm like, why? She can't conceive all of a sudden. And one of the things that her friend mentioned to me, that was because she was using and abusing her body. She was smashing everything. From 7th grade all the way up to college. And all of that dicking around, ruined her inside somehow. See that? And here's the funny part. The dude that I know that married her, he didn't grow up around here. It's not my business to tell him, hey man, she was smutting out for at least a decade and some change. Ain't my business. That was for her to tell him. And her insides was so destroyed that when she was trying to make a baby, they kept trying to figure out what's wrong. When they went to a doctor, he said, well, you know, it was a nice way he put it. He was like, you know, this is a result of, you know, how you handled yourself in the past, but let's do some tests and, you know, and now her husband's stuck with that. Because according to old girl, he never asked. So, you know, he knew she wasn't a virgin, but he never asked how many, how frequent. And you never would think that all of that smashing when you was younger could affect you when you older. So this is why it's important to know. Now, what if he's one of those men that's like, yo, look, I'm getting married to reproduce and procreate, and I'll love my wife, but you know, I need to reproduce. And now he's locked in the marriage, and she can't reproduce because of her past. Now, why didn't she tell him, yo, look, I have a crazy past? Okay, well, either he could deal with it or he can't. Let's go get these STD tests. And the latest shit is make sure you can conceive. Because I'm trying to be a father. Now, Cassie can conceive because she's walking around with this dude's seed right now. But now he got to look at her. That's why I got the eyes on him like that. You got pissed on, bitch? You're in trouble now. Ridiculous.
Bukaki.
Right in the face. Well, anyway, we get out of here. I'll do this boxing talk in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Salute to y'all. Gotta find out how to post my PayPal. But hey, man, salute to y'all. Salute to everyone in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App, the Super Chat. Salute to y'all, man. Y'all like the video. Share the video. I'm be on this type of time for a while. Y'all make sure I go subscribe to my Patreon because I'm taking the gloves all the way off. Salute to y'all. Oh, yeah, I have video of Cassie's husband when he first left the... He didn't leave the courtroom. He was actually escorted out because he was having these outbursts. And they had to throw him on the floor. He had a little meltdown and then they let him go. But, you know, this just in, I got this video.
Can I ask you what's going on? 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 Can I ask you what's going on?
Yeah, I see y'all in the morning, man. Much love to y'all, man. Peace.
The Painful Excellence Podcast.